Okay, our contact cement's all dry. It's not sticky at all anymore. So we're going to go ahead and pull this masking tape off. This little 1-inch strip. Now we've got a spot that has no contact cement on it. The lovely thing about contact cement is it only sticks to itself. We've got our lovely centering marks here. Our tape has still got centering lines on it. So we're going to start at one side. Push it down, it sticks. Grab the other side. Oops. Put it on the edge. Push down the center. What I like to do now is to get rid of this masking tape because I just don't want to see it. I want to see the edge of the wrap channel to make sure that our leather is tight against it. I just want to clean up this tape and get rid of it. It's done its job. It gave us our centering line, protected the cue from the contact cement. Now, just pick a side and wrap it in. Make it tight. You want to just pull it a little bit. Leather's malleable. Has a little stretch to it. And everyone's just a little bit different. There we go. You can see that it's really got a big wrinkle there, so we'll just push it out. Just using thumb pressure. A lot of these textured wraps will hide a lot. Imperfections. So now we are glued up all the way to everything that we had glue on. So I'm going to pull the cue out of the lathe. Go back to a lovely, unique fixture. Once again, this is a Wrap Magic from Unique Products. There's a few different leather jigs on the market. I want to center the opening that didn't have the glue on it right in the middle here. It doesn't really matter too much, but center's always nice. Now the key to any leather cutting fixture is this steel rod. This is a hardened steel that has been CNC cut perfectly straight. Now this allows us to cut the seam in exactly the same spot on both parts of the cue. The wrap has two pieces to it. We want to have that seam just as smooth as we can get it. Now I know I had another safety razor out, but I lost it, so just grab one. Make sure to have extras, guys. Nothing ever works right the first time. Now, real important, we want to make sure the leather is set up on the wrap channel, because if it isn't, it's going to have a tough seam to hide. We start from one end, holding the blade flush against that. That's why we want to use a safety razor, because it's very flat. We can hold it against the cutting guide and make a nice, smooth cut. I like to cut a little bit on each end. And a nice, smooth cut. pull our piece away, get rid of it. Obviously I didn't do as nice a job as I like on that one. Now we're going to remove this cutting edge and flip it over to the other side. That's the lovely thing about this jig. There's no contact cement on here, so the wrap didn't stick, which is exactly what we want. This cutting edge can only go one way, and we're using the same cutting edge we just did on this side on the other side. I don't mind using the same razor blade to cut both seams because it just seems to be okay. There we go. So now our seam is cut. That's the only job that this fixture has, aside from marking a center line, but you really don't even need to use that. If you have it, great. But it's not required. There's a lot of different ways to cut that seam as well. You could use a piece of angle iron clamped with a cute in the lathe. Bunch of different ways to get there, as long as you got a straight cut, it's all good. And if you look with the camera, you can actually see there's only one score line there. That's how exact and precise that cutting edge is. I ran the knife over there at least 4 times, and we can only see one spot. So now, when we put it together, it should seam up real nice. All we have to do now is put a little contact cement where that tape was, because we didn't get any on there. A lot of guys don't like to put any glue on the seam, but I do. You'll figure out a way that works well for yourself. I like to put a little bit of there because I just think that if there isn't any, the seam could eventually pop up. And ain't nobody got time for that. And I did get some contact cement. I dripped it on the back side of this leather, so I'm just going to wipe it off. And when it doesn't stick to anything, we can just use our fingers to clean it up after the fact. I'm just going to let that dry.